Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's check out some more Reddit. Am I the asshole? Let's go. Am I the asshole for refusing to let my sister borrow my car after she didn't invite me to her wedding? Uh-oh, some family stuff, family drama. What did you do to your sister? Or why doesn't she like you? I don't know, let's find out. So I, 26 female, have a younger sister, 23 female, who recently got married. I was really excited for her and assumed I'd be invited to the wedding. We've always had a pretty good relationship, but a few weeks before the wedding, I found out through our cousin that I wasn't on the guest list. When I confronted my sister about it, she said she wanted a small, intimate wedding with only close friends and immediate family. You're her sister, what are you talking about? I was hurt, but I didn't push it. I would have pushed it. What are you talking about? That's your own sister. You're not inviting her to your wedding? Why? Fast forward to now, she and her husband, so there was no resolution to her not inviting you to her wedding? Just gonna glance over that, okay. Fast forward to now, she and her husband just got back from their honeymoon. She called me asking if she could borrow my car for a couple of weeks because hers is in the shop. I told her no. I said I didn't feel comfortable lending my car to someone who didn't even consider me important enough to invite me to their wedding. Yeah, I still don't understand that. You're her sister. How are you not important enough to be invited to her own wedding? She got really upset and said I was being petty and holding a grudge. Now my parents are calling me saying I should let her borrow the car because family helps family. Fuck off, dude. Parents calling me saying I should let her borrow the car because family helps family, and it wasn't a big deal that I wasn't invited to the wedding. That's a pretty big deal. Am I the asshole for refusing to lend her my car? It doesn't even have a resolution of why you weren't even invited to the wedding. Did somebody ask? Did you answer the question? Okay, I'm scrolling and I don't see an answer from OP saying why she wasn't invited to the wedding. So with no clear answer as to why you weren't even invited to the wedding, just seems completely bizarre to me because you're her sister. How could she not consider you close enough family for you not to be invited to the wedding? That doesn't make sense to me at all. Even the parents are being kind of weird too. With them saying family helps family, then why didn't the parents tell the sister that when she didn't get invited to the wedding? How come the parents didn't go to the sister and be like, invite your sister to the wedding because she's family? I don't understand. Yeah, this story just leaves me with more questions, but I'm gonna say not the asshole. Am I the asshole for telling my parents that if they don't like that I have an OnlyFans to give me money? After I, 20 female, graduated from high school, I moved out of my parents' house a couple of weeks later. They did not kick me out, but strongly implied I should leave by saying that I need to learn how to be independent on my own 2 feet. This came as a shock to me because they never said I had to move out once I graduated. And I guess technically they did not kick me out, but I did not feel like staying somewhere where I was no longer welcomed, so I moved out. I crashed at houses of friends for a while before saving enough to rent an apartment with a friend I knew. I was working 2 jobs to pay my share of rent, groceries, and I also had to pay my car insurance. So I decided to start an OnlyFans. I didn't like it, but I made decent money with it. My parents recently found out. How'd they find out? My parents recently found out. I did not tell them, but I did tell a couple of friends and cousins. Why would you tell your cousins this? A couple of friends and cousins I'm close to, so I guess the word reached them. They both visited my apartment to lecture me on how disappointed they are. I responded by saying that the only reason I started one was because they kicked me out a couple of weeks before I was barely 18, and that they were free to give me money to help pay for rent and my car if they didn't like me doing it. They both left after that. I feel kind of bad for what I said, so am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole. They kicked you out when you weren't even ready to be kicked out. I mean, yeah, you were working 2 jobs, but for nowadays, people usually have to work 2 jobs because one job can't really sustain themselves. I mean, it makes sense, especially nowadays. It's not so outrageous for somebody to have an OnlyFans. I mean, you're not hurting anybody and you're making money doing it. And you did say you didn't like doing it, but it is paying the bills. And yeah, I'm sure that's the reality for a lot of OnlyFans creators. It is, I don't want to say easy money, but it is a good way to make money. And yeah, I don't see why your parents are giving you shit because they weren't even helping you financially. So, you know, sink or swim, you have to make money. So they pretty much left you to drown, and, you know, you climbed your way out of it and you found a way to make money. And, you know, it's not the ideal way to make money, but you are making money, so who really cares? So yeah, I would say this one's pretty cut and dry. You're not the asshole. You were just doing what you needed to survive. And yeah, I would say your parents were the jerks for kicking you out before you were even ready to, you know, go out into the world. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say you are not the asshole. Would I be the asshole if I told a family friend that we don't want cookies as a gift for Christmas anymore? You don't want cookies for a Christmas gift anymore. See, my issue with the title already is like, I come from a Hispanic family. Like growing up, my grandma's cookies, the hojarascas, were like kind of like my highlight of the seasonal things, because those cookies were so delicious. Like me, I would love to get cookies for a gift. And I feel like that's such a good gift too, because you're gonna eat it fast and it's not gonna go to waste or something. But yeah, I'm rambling, so let's just read the story. Context: my brother and I, 30s, male and female, live together, and we don't have our parents left because they both died within our lifetime. One of our parents had a best friend who we will call Emily, 60s female. Emily has been a wonderful family friend to my brother and me ever since we were kids, and she's become like a second mother to us. However, she sent us cookies for the last few years as a Christmas gift. And these aren't homemade cookies, these are cookies from a catalog that, to be honest, taste like cardboard, and as a result, we don't eat them and they expire to the point where they become unedible because they are so stale. And for me, I truly hate wasting food because it could have gone to people who are struggling to eat. I've tried to donate the cookies as soon as possible many times before, but our schedules get in the way of everything along with the holiday hours, and as soon as we get the gift, some of the areas start closing too early for us, or some events prevent us from donating, so there's a very small time frame in which the cookies could be donated. So as a result, my brother and I concluded we have to tell Emily that while we appreciate the thought and all, we don't want any more of these cookies for Christmas, especially because we don't eat them. We feel bad for Emily because she spends her hard-earned money on a gift that goes to waste every year. However, here's where I may be the asshole. I talked to my therapist about this and she told me, but it's usually the thought that counts. You might be hurting her feelings if you tell her. Now I want to clarify, we're not going to ask for another gift or anything. We just don't want her to waste all of her money on stuff we don't even eat. We don't even mind not getting a gift. We just don't want the cookies anymore because they just go to waste. They taste awful, and we can't even find the time to donate them. So Reddit, will I be the asshole for telling Emily in a polite manner that we don't want any more cookies for Christmas anymore? Okay, well there's an edit here, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk. Yeah, your therapist is pretty spot on. It's just the thought that counts. You could tell her that, while we appreciate it, we just don't eat these cookies because they suck. And she buys them from a catalog too. Like, who buys cookies from a catalog? I don't know, maybe people do. I have no idea. Even store-bought cookies are pretty good for the most part, so how terrible could catalog cookies be? You know those cookies you get from the grocery store that are like circles and they have that really thick caked on icing? They're not the best tasting cookies, but it's kind of like pizza. Like, even the worst tasting pizza is still good because, pizza is pizza. I know me personally, I wouldn't really say anything, even though if I didn't like the gift, it's like the thought that counts. Alright, let's read the edit. Wow, I didn't expect this to blow up the way it did. I'll let my brother know about this information. As I said before, we literally don't want anything, but at least we can try and find a food pantry or just give every single one away at a place like a supermarket for some random person to find and eat. Yeah, I don't think that'd be a good way to get rid of the cookies. And who finds a random cookie and just eats it? Okay, so reading the comments, I actually like this person's comment here. I like their take on it. You would be the asshole if you told her that you don't want the cookies that she's been giving to you for the past several years and making her feel like all of her gifts were unwanted. But if you happen to drop into conversation that you feel so much better after cutting back on sweet treats and replacing it with tea or something similar able to be shopped from said catalog, and then she might change and gets you something that you could actually use. If not, and she still gives cookies, smile and show gratitude for the appreciation and recognition of your friendship. See, I feel like that's a better way of going about it. If you just drop hints that, oh, I'm cutting back on the sweets, and I'm trying to live like a bit of a healthier lifestyle, then maybe she'll get the hint and not even give you cookies. So yeah, I would say, I wouldn't say you would be like a full-blown jerk for doing this, but maybe a slight asshole just for wasting so many years that you could have been honest straight up front. Then it would have saved you years of her buying you these cookies that just go to waste. So I'm gonna go ahead and say very slight asshole score. You are still kind of an asshole, but not a very big one. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say slight asshole. Well, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this episode of Reddit's Am I the Asshole? What are y'all's thoughts on these stories? Whether you agree or disagree with me, whatever it is, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.